So jack your car up, put her on jack stands, turn your wheel so you can get at the bolts back. There's two caps, you know, one here and one down there. It's a T45. Yep, T45. So you just take these bolts out. Be careful. Make sure that your Torx bit is all the way in, because it's easy to strip them. And so I'm gonna stop the camera, and when I get those bolts out, then we'll continue. So now that you got those bolts loosened, the guide pins, you will try and you're going to take them out. They shouldn't be too hard. Slip little buggers, because you have to grease them when you put them back, obviously. Okay, there's this one. So you take that out, and the one on the bottom. Oh. Sorry about, I'm doing this one-handed, so it's difficult. Okay, so take them. You have to have something to put your caliper. When you take your caliper off, you need to hook it up to something. I just hooked mine onto the coil spring here, and you just gotta pry this out with a screwdriver. So I need two hands for this. Just take your caliper off and then hook it up to your bungee cord so that it don't flop around and damage the brake line. You know, you can kink this, and you're in for a world of hurt. So I'll just pause this and do that. So now that you got your caliper hung up on your bungee cord, this brake, you take this brake pad off, and this brake pad is very good, so I won't need to change it, but I will need to grease them up. They were, and this one here, if you just pop that out like that, it has these clips, and the clips go into the piston. So as you can see, it's really rusty. Whoever did this before didn't grease it and take care of it. There is no hardware per se. You could take the 15mm bolts on the back. You could take this bracket off if you wanted and clean it all out, but it's not too bad. I'm just going to wire brush it and clean up the pads, and brake grease, and grease up the moving parts, and grease up the pins, and we'll do that inside. What can you see there? Okay, I think you can see enough. Now, these pads, what you need to do, where this rides on your bracket, it slides in and out. As you can see, this is pretty cruddy and rusty, so I'm gonna just clean that up with some little bit of I'm gonna use my grinder, actually my wire wheel, and we're gonna just those ears clean them up for now. So I'll just excuse the noise. We have this cleaned up now, so now you need some brake grease. Don't have to be this brand, but I find this works pretty good. I don't even know if you can you even see this? Anyway, it's Permatex silicone. It has to be silicone because if you put just any ordinary grease, it's going to make the boot swell, and it's just not good. So now we have the glide pins. Right? Got the Torx. So I'll clean them up. Get the hold grease off. Now, you know, usually when you take these off, it's going to be, you know, a bit of rust, and just the grease is going to be very hard and stiff. So you want to clean that up with the wire wheel. Get it all nice and clean, because that's what the brakes slide in and out on. So we got those clean. So that's good. Brakes is good. Don't know what was happening there, but it was pretty windy out today. So, so here we're going to inspect these hairs, you know, the clips, and they are good. A little rusty. I'll put a little grease on there and you know, fix that up. I'm just going to take you out because well, I'll take you, because what you have to do is you have to get a C-clamp, and you're going to have to take this and you're going to, I can't do it with one hand, you're going to open this up, and you're just going to push this piston inward. Just push it in as far as you can. Be careful about the boot, don't hit the boot. You can put your old pad across there and just squeeze it. Big channel locks even. Actually, that's what I think I'll do. Yeah, big channel locks. Apologize, I don't have a tripod. There's a few things if I'm going to do YouTube videos that I need. But yeah, so yeah. Okay, you just take this and you just squeeze this in. Unfortunately, I got to put the camera down to do it. I'll be right back. Now that we have the piston pushed back so that we can get the pads on. That's why you do that, because it's so hard to get the pads back on, especially when you got new pads. You're replacing old ones. You need all the room you could get to push these the caliper over the pads. So this is all the way back now. So what I'm going to do is you see these boots here as well, I'm going to put a little bit of brake grease in there, right? And then I'm going to clean this up a little bit with sandpaper, and you're going to put brake grease around here as well. It just cuts back on the chatter, the vibrations, and so on, and the pads don't stick to the cylinder or the piston. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to put the pads back on. Sorry about that. I was hitting the zoom in button by mistake. But yeah, we're going to grease this, and then I'm going to bring the slide pins out, and we're going to put the pads back on and tighten them up, and I'll see if I can find the torque specs for the glide pins. Alright, so grease this, clean it, grease the pins, bring the brakes back out, and we'll go from there. So right now, you see I got the grease here and here. I'm just going to rub that in, spread it around. I got grease on those clips, not too much, but you know, just enough to keep it lubricated, and just a little bit on the backing plate of the brake. So what I'm going to do is install that into this caliper, and then we'll come back. This brake, this pad, as you see, is already on there. It just fits right into the groove. You know, I did the same thing with those. I greased them up and got them ready. There's grease on the caliper, cleaned off, greased. And now I'm going to put this on this, and then we will come back and put the caliper back onto the bracket. Now, we need to take this caliper, be careful not to drop it, one-handed. Then it just fits over, just a second here. So it just fits over the other pad and just fits on like that. And you don't have to worry about this one falling off because it's got the clips, remember? It goes into the piston. And this one, that's why you need the piston all the way pushed in to give you room. See, I got room here, no problem. It's just hard to do with one hand, so that's on there okay. And then you grease up your glide pins, and you put them back here and get them started, and we'll be right back when I get that done. So now that you got the glide pins in, you got to torque these. That's for this car, the 07 Focus. It is 21 foot-pounds. I usually tie them down to about 30. I find that's okay. So tighten those down to, you know, the 21 foot-pounds. Then you're going to put those caps back on. Then you're going to put this clip, and it just goes like that. There's two holes here. Put a little anti-seize on the ends of them. Put them in the hole. Clip them over like that. Then you're done. You're done. Just put the tire on. Torque the tire down to 98 foot-pounds, and you are on your way. You just do the same thing to the other side. There's no difference. If you're changing the rotors, you take off those two 15 millimeter bolts. So one here, one down the bottom. This bracket will come off, and you can bang on your rotor and try to get your rotor off. yada yada yada. So that's the idea. If I can do it, you can do it as well, and just do the same thing to the other side. You know, if you change your brakes regularly, shouldn't be no problems. These aren't on super tight, they're only on 21 foot-pounds, because it's just to keep the caliper to glide for the pads, you know. Okay, so I hope, I know it's hard with one hand. I wish I had a tripod so I could, you could see me do more of it, but anyway, in the future maybe. Thanks.